On this week's show, joining Team Red, he's not Nathan Thompson because, well, you know, fuck that guy. It's Northern Thompson. The most well-spoken guest we're ever likely to have, Harry Key, and their team captain, who is so ugly, it's punishable by death if you simply try to describe his face, Red's Rhetoric. And joining Team Vanilla, the moon is made of cheese, and so is he, Cheesemondo. And a man who has had far too many face palms to be good for him, Orb-Tame Dash Cancel. And their team captain, pretty sure he's actually a platypus, Brainy Beaver. And your host, who I've been married to for 14 years, and trust me, you should be happy you can only see him and not smell him, FTFE!
Hello and welcome to Stupidity is Not Right, the show about people who think that physics and math are just kind of suggestions and you don't really need to listen to them, otherwise known as flat earthers, otherwise known as fucking idiots. A famous quote says that common sense is the most limited of natural resources. Or maybe flat earthers are just trying to save the environment, but like usual don't quite understand what they're doing. Now, I'm not saying that flat earthers are all stupid, they're just constantly unlucky when they try thinking. No, that's not true, that's not true. I'm definitely saying that flat earthers are all stupid. In fact, flat earthers are so stupid that the best way to get a flat earther to commit suicide is to put a scratch and sniff sticker at the bottom of their toilet. Okay, on with the show. We have 3 rounds to get to. The first round is called What Happened Next, where I show each team 2 videos of flat earthers about to do or say something stupid, and they have to figure out what it is. I'll show the clip, the team has 2 minutes to figure out what it is, and then I'll ask the team captain for an answer. If they get it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, we can all point and laugh at them for being very stupid. First up is Team Vanilla, over to Cheesemondo. Hello, Cheesemondo. First question, did you bring facepalm protection?
Okay.
Did you bring your facepalm protection with you?
I did. My computer did a really weird thing when you started talking. Yes, I have. I'm ready.
Excellent. So you recently celebrated your first year on YouTube dealing with dumbasses like flat earthers. In that year, what's the dumbest thing that you've heard one of the crayon munchers say?
Oh my goodness. Flat Earth Aussie Roscoe. The Giants created the moon out of the Grand Canyon. Just awesome.
Yeah, that was in one of my first debates on Non Sequitur show where he actually did tell me that, yeah, the Giants dug the moon out of the Grand Canyon, melted it into quartz and filled it with helium and then put it in the sky. Amazing. Yeah. Just amazing. Okay, so you get to choose first. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Number 4, please.
One of the main questions that I get asked every time I talk to someone about the flat earth is, why do you believe in flat earth? How can you believe the flat earth?
Okay, that is M-Benj trying to explain why he became a flat earther. But what does he say next? Team Vanilla, take a few minutes and try and figure it out, and when I'm ready, I will ask Brainy for an answer.
I'm not good at these. So he said, why are you flat earther? So he's going to question your merit behind why you want to be a flat earther. So, what do you guys got, any ideas? It might be questioning authority. Do you question authority? Do you?
Well, he's saying that this is why I became a flat earther. So what is the reason that he became a flat earther?
Survived a drowning.
Survived a drowning.
Some of you people actually watched all the M-Bens. See, I'm late to the M-Bens party. He was washing up by the time I came in. So you guys might know his character, his soul better than I do. That's the only thing. He became a flat earther because when he went to Marvel comic book conventions, they laughed at him, and that's why ultimately he actually started a DC website.
Cheesemondo, what do you think? Why did he become a flat earther?
I can't remember. I think it's either God spoke to him or he just learned the truth on YouTube one day.
Okay, Orbtane, what do you think? What's his reason for becoming a flat earther?
Yeah, I mean, it's some kind of oxygen deprivation. Best case scenario
That's
is
probably the right answer. I think he's got it, actually. I don't know if it's what he says. It's going to be the truth, right?
All right, Brainy, you're the team captain, so you're the one that gets to decide. Benz is saying, I became a flat earther. What was the reason he became a flat earther?
Oh, see, it sounds like Buddy there actually knew, but I want to go with oxygen deprivation for 5 points, or however many you want to award us.
Here is what he actually said. I'm going to have to...
It's going to be his answer.
That's the wrong one. That's not the right video. Oh.
Number 4.
You watch. It's gonna be Cheesemondo's answer. Just so you know, Cheesemondo. I want you to know that I went with the funniest answer, not the rightest or the most correct. That's probably the right way to say that too.
1 second. I don't press anything. I've put the wrong card in, so let me actually get the answer there.
Okay, Megan, look at my beautiful face. This terrible hairline. While we wait.
All right, 1 second. Just give me 20 seconds. I thought I'd programmed this all in, but I must have missed this one.
The Gorilla Glue did this, guys. Just so you know, this is what happens right here. I'm thinking of suing.
Do you mean to tell me that there's problems on a live stream?
I know, right? Who would have thunk? All right, press it again, Emma.
Oh God, that's the carburetor, not that one.
I tried to debunk the flat Earth. Every proof of the globe Earth, I couldn't find any solid proof of the globe Earth.
Yeah, so that is the reason.
That's oxygen deprivation. Okay, that's clearly oxygen deprivation. Actually,
welcome to a live production, everybody. Yeah, so Ben's reason for becoming a flat earther is that he tried to debunk the flat Earth and failed. So what he's basically saying there is that he's admitting that he became a flat earther because he's thick as fuck. So oxygen deprivation is a good answer, but not quite the right answer. I'm not going to give you a point because, you know, I'm just nice and mean. Right, okay, over to Team Red and Nathan Thompson. Nathan, you obviously have a, well, this isn't the right word, but you have a favourite flat earther, right? Nathan Thompson. What's the dumbest thing Nathan Thompson's ever said?
It's not so much what he said. What he did was yell at children and then get arrested.
Yeah, that's always a good one. And then do you know what he did after that? He yelled at more children. It's like he didn't learn a lesson or something.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I know, right? A flat earther that didn't learn a lesson. All right, okay. Nathan, thank you for coming. You get to choose. We have 1, 2, or 3 left.
Well, first is the worst, so we'll go with second the best. So, number 2.
All right. Fight the flat Earth. We'll keep this short and sweet.
Right.
I think your case is done based on this image alone. This image alone destroys the whole globe claim.
Right, that was batshit crazy flat earther Edgewise. But what was the image and what did he say next? Take a few minutes between you, Team Red, and figure out. But before we do that, actually, let me just go over to Red's rhetoric. Reds, we found out that you wanted to do a face reveal for today. So could you put Reds up on full screen, Emma? Right, brilliant. Reds, I'm going to count down from 5, and then you're going to do a face reveal. Guys, this is the first time ever you get to see Red's rhetoric's face. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God.
Hoy hoy!
Reds has been Planner Walk all along.
Yeah, that's right. Reds is Planner Walk. No, Planner Walk, I want to say a massive thanks to you for coming on because Reds had an emergency and he couldn't join us today, and you stepped in at literally the last second to take the place of Red's rhetoric. So guys, I'm not going to punish you by showing you Red's rhetoric's face, but here's Planner Walk instead. Anyway, we just had batshit crazy, flat earther, Edgewise show us a picture, and he says that this picture is going to destroy the globe. What was on that picture?
It looked to me like something off Facebook. I'm wondering if it's going to be something like his aunt sent him a picture of something and he's like, that's it, globe earth done, flat earth for life.
Well, isn't that where they do most of their research on Facebook?
It does seem like a pretty good avenue for learning about the structure of reality. That's check out what your crazy aunt says.
Nathan, what do you think? What is Edgewise showing us that's going to destroy the globe illusion?
I can imagine it's possibly like a mountain that's just over the horizon. You can barely see the tip of, that they say is, 10 times further than it actually is. So
normal flat Earth stupidity, then, basically.
Normal, yeah.
I'm going to have to tell you that it's stupider than normal flat Earth stupidity. So you're giving them too much credit here, Nathan. Planar, what do you think? What's Edgewise saying here? What is he going to show us?
I feel like it actually might be like just one of those stupid memes that has been shown 1,000 times before.
So basic,
it doesn't prove anything.
Baby Flerf, welcome to the flat Earth. We've all seen these a million times, kind of memes.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we do see those all the times, but again, you're giving him too much credit. You need to think crazier. I'll give you guys one more guess, and then I'm going to ask for your final answer. What is batshit crazy flat Earther Edgewise showing us?
I know what it's got to be, because that's got to be almost every proof I've heard from a flat earther, and it is showing something and going, I don't understand this, therefore flat Earth. So what is it that could be not understood? Like
that's a long list when we're talking about flat earthers. A very long list.
I think it could be a balloon with gas pressure or something. No.
What if it's like I've got an idea. What if it's a rocket, like one of those rockets that they send up into space?
Still not crazy enough, I don't think.
Oh, no. All right, okay, Planner, come on. Final answer.
A shape in a rock.
What is batshit, absolutely mental flat earther Edgewise showing us?
So what idea are we going to go with? I'm thinking rocket.
Rocket.
Right.
Okay, we'll go.
Well, here's what actually was said.
I think your case is done based on this image alone. This image alone
Eagle
destroys
Oh no, it's Paragolia.
the whole globe claim. Dust in space. Dust in space and gas in a vacuum. Made this. Nope. If it looks like a bird, it must have feathers and a beak.
That's right, because some rocks kind of look like something, therefore it is something. Also,
is that what
Paragolia doesn't exist.
The ground looked a little bit like an eagle if you squinted with one eye. Therefore, see, I call
like
it
when they plant
dragons. I'm able to explain.
Yeah,
Therefore, dragons.
When I first debated this guy on Non Sequitur show, he tried telling me that like the desert was a massive fish, and the ground would, the entire Earth was just two snakes that were fighting, but the Earth was somehow still flat. And also, those snakes had actual eagles on, even though they were on. This is why I said batshit crazy. I was trying to help you guys. You weren't thinking dumb enough.
Batshit, birds fly, bats fly. Gotcha. That was the hint.
Okay, so unfortunately, no points for you there. Back to Team Vanilla. Orb Train Dash Cancel, thank you very much for joining us. So you've been around this flat Earth scene for quite a while. How many IQ points do you think you've lost?
Hundreds.
All of them, I would go with, right?
A few days ago, you were debating the bumpy hippie guy, and he was on this thought train, and I thought he was going to say perspective when you held up the little lip gloss, the little lip balm, and he said container, and I lost 20 IQ points right when he said that. It hurt.
And he didn't understand Horizon. Oh my, yeah, that was painful.
He saw a container and he said container.
It's like a Pavlovian response for them, isn't it? They can't stop. They can't help themselves. Okay, you have left 1 and 3.
1 and 3. Nobody's been picking 1 for some reason, so I'm going to go with 3.
3.
You guys happen to see the community post that the channel put out today?
What happened?
We put out a community post on YouTube.
What did it say?
Well, I will show it to you. I'll share my screen. I think I was sharing, and now I just stopped sharing to reshare, but that's okay. I'm sharing my screen in Discord. And it has to do with the Mars remote control car.
Okay, that was Brandon Toy and his panel of morons over on the channel that Ranty Flat Earth gave away. They have an issue with the new Mars Perseverance rover. But what was said next? What is their specific issue with the rover? Take a few minutes, Team Vanilla, and once you know, or think you know, I'm going to ask Brainy, and he's going to have to tell me.
I have been waiting for this, so I want it to be desperately that they want to know who was the one who filmed the landing from outside the goddamn. So I've been waiting for. I want it to be that so bad. Like, who was the one who filmed this? CCG. It's all just CGI. So that's what I think.
Oh my god, it's actually been there's so many flat earthers that are doing videos against the rover. Like, I'm struggling to write my video because there's so much stupid to pick from. Like, it's absolutely driving them mental because, let's face it, if any of that is real, it ruins their entire world. Orb Train, what do you think? What is Brandon and his crew of Crayon Munchers going to say next?
I heard the rover was made out of popsicle sticks and duct tape, and it's just insulting to our intelligence that something like that is even put out for the masses.
Same as the argument for the lunar lander. Look at that thing wrapped in tin foil. Cheesemundo, what do you think? Right. What is Brandon Toy really upset about at NASA?
I think it's going to be some kind. It's going to be pareidolia again. I think it's going to be some kind of dead gopher or mouse or something that they see in the rocks that says it's. So it's really like the Arizona desert or some rubbish like that.
I did see one flat earther that was like, one flat earther said, "Oh look, I've seen a bird in the sky," and then someone pointed out that that was actually the cursor from a screenshot. All right, Brainy, what do you think? What's the answer? What is Brandon Toy and his crew over at Brandon's pissed off at NASA about?
I want to go with Cheesemondo's this time. I want to go with the some sort of paragolia. But if it is the outside view thing, I'll be pissed.
Did he say pareidolia, and then you're like, yeah, pergola. That's it.
Paragolia, I bet you're right. I fucked it up. My eyes are still waking up, I guess.
All right, well, here is what was actually said.
And it has to do with the Mars remote control car that just supposedly landed.
Yeah, held together with zip ties.
Yeah!
There we go.
Curious, not going to be using plastic zip ties on this thing.
Right, so Brandon and his crew of morons are annoyed and confused because there is zip ties on the NASA rover. What they don't realise is that the Extraordinary League of Stupid over at Brandon's haven't done any research, and these aren't just normal zip ties. They're made of a special Tefsol resin that's rated to be used in extreme temperatures, able to withstand rapid changes in temperature, and able to deal with 2,000 times more radiation than standard cable ties. You know, finding that literally took, 20 seconds of research, but, I mean, that's 20 seconds more than the average flat earther does.
Hey, wait, you didn't unblur the zip ties, though. We didn't get to see them.
Oh,
you didn't unblur them when you showed them again.
Did I not unblur it? Damn it. Right, let me.
You didn't unblur them. I want to see these zip ties. Damn it.
Right. 1 second. 1 second. I can.
It's a conspiracy, you son of a bitch. I knew it.
That's it. Reveal to us these zip ties. That's 50% of my fixing involves zip ties. I want those radiation resistant.
No shit. Zip ties, black zip ties are like half of what I do.
Damn it.
Harness some wires together. That's what you're using. Black zip ties. Oh, if you can't do it, I believe you. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I didn't show it because I meant to actually unblur that and completely forgot for some reason.
Oh, well, whatever. If you can't do it, we can figure it out. I'd love to see it later.
All right, I will show it. I'll show it later. I'll show it in the after show. But yeah, basically, one of the first pictures showing the crane camera, it shows on the side of the rover that there's two cable ties, attaching one of the wires to it, and they went mental, going, "Oh, look at NASA spending all this money, and they're just using cable ties," because they're dumb as fuck, really. Anyway, right, next, what have we got next? We are back over to Team Red. I've lost my script now. Back over to Team Red for whoever was left, which is Harry K. Sorry, Harry, welcome.
G'day.
I'm gonna have to get my script back up because this is all prepared and I've just deleted my script.
How could you lose your NASA script to FTFE?
Yeah, I would have thought your overlords would be standing right next to you with a gun to your head and like, say the next line.
I know. This is what happens with live productions. Where are we? Right, back over to Team Reds. There we go. Back over to Team Reds. And Harry, welcome to the show. Great to have you here. So I was reading notes from my producer, and it says you're from Australia.
I am, yes. All the way on the underside.
That's silly. Everyone knows that Australia isn't real. Where are you really from?
Well, if I told you that, I would have to figure it out myself.
Flat Earthers sometimes say that Australia isn't real. That's because flat Earthers are dumb as fuck. But what's new, right? Anyway, you don't get a choice. So what was left? One. Here we go.
I'll take the one that I can have.
Yes, and you'll like it.
Orbits. Now it's losing energy, which wouldn't happen in the solar system, right? Not noticeably. There's some perturbations from other planets and things, but this one does lose energy and spirals in. If I don't push it as hard, it will do an ellipse for a while anyway. And
so, does anyone see a problem with this?
Right, that is famous piss drinker, allegedly Dave. One of the first surviving lobotomy patients, actually, at a Flat Earth conference, doing a presentation trying to debunk...
Is that actually... Sorry.
He's trying to debunk a presentation on gravity. But, you know, he gets a bit confused. So what did he actually say next? What was allegedly Dave's next line? Brainy, what are you trying to interrupt me with?
I think I fell for your joke. Did he actually survive a lobotomy? He said it's a factually. But then I realized I'm an idiot. So it's all good.
Right, okay, so anyway, allegedly Dave saw the thing of gravity, gets very confused. He says that he's got a problem with it. What was his problem? No, it's Harry. It's over. Yeah. You know what? I've screwed up and I've done the wrong bloody team. I'm sorry. Team Red, this is what live does, guys. This is why this is only episode 2 and we're trying to get used to it. Team Red, Planner Walk, what did allegedly Dave say next?
Oh, what could he have said next? I think it's going to be something about like, well, who built the trampoline then, or something like that. If all of gravity's a trampoline, why don't I see a trampoline? Who built it?
I think it's going to be. I think he's going to mention how it eventually loses energy, and he's going to say, "Why don't things in orbit lose energy?"
Yeah, because I get on a trampoline sometimes, and after I've been on the trampoline for a while, I too lose energy. Therefore, gravity doesn't exist.
Why don't my kids ever lose energy when on the trampoline?
I was exactly thinking that it's because it's all going down into the middle. Why don't the planets just go into the sun? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it start to circle the drain. I feel that all things should eventually start to circle the drain.
Okay.
I mean, it could be stupider than that. It could be like, where's the Coriolis or something like that.
Could be. Nerthan, what do you think? What did allegedly Dave say next?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the why aren't all the planets crashing into the sun?
Why aren't all the planets crashing into the sun? All right, Planner, you are Red's rhetoric for today, so you're in charge. What did allegedly Dave say next?
Yeah, I think, why aren't all the planets crashing into the sun?
Okay, here's what actually was said next.
So, does anyone see a problem with this? Well, the problem I see is that model includes dropity.
That's right. Allegedly, Dave was very, very confused that the model of gravity includes dropity. So, if you just give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to look in one of my old physics books because I don't remember dropity. Dropity. No, I don't see dropity in here. I guess this book's wrong. Well done, allegedly, Dave, for teaching us about dropity. So, you know what? At the end of the first round, none of you have any points. You're all bloody useless. Well done.
Yay! I love it. Okay.
Next up is Captain v Captain. where the captains will pretend to be flat earthers. I hope they hit themselves in the head hard enough this morning, because thinking down to level of flat earther can actually be quite hard. Reds, you're not here. You're Planawalk. And Brainy... Right. We're going to start with Brainy this time because we started with Reds last week. So, Brainy, you have to respond to me like you're a flat earther. Are you prepared? Are you in the dumb enough space?
I need a hammer, probably, to fulfill that, but we'll go from here.
Okay, Brainy, in the past few weeks, 3 new spacecraft have arrived at Mars. What's your thoughts?
You can't. I mean, Rob Simmons said himself that it's CGI, like it's Photoshop because it has to be. You guys, did you see the dust when that thing came down and landed? That was basically the Nevada desert. They put a filter on it and they made it dark, like a dark red kind of color, as well as like Cheesemondo said. I'm positive I saw a goddamn rat. There was spiders. Holy shit. I got nothing.
Planawalk, in the past few weeks, 3 new spacecraft have arrived at Mars. What's your thoughts?
Well, I saw a CGI of Mars, and so therefore everything that's been on Mars must be CGI.
Yeah, okay, that is definitely a very flat earther answer. Both you kind of similar there, but I'm going to give the point to Brainy because he tried so hard.
Oh.
I'll get better. I watched a lot of Whose Line Is It Anyways. I just always thought they were gods to think that fast.
Oh God, I know. I'm basically putting you guys on the spot here, asking you to be funny for my show. So, good try.
Right. I'll put myself on display for anybody if there's money involved, or at least exposure.
So, Planawalk.
I can. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I can expose myself if you want, but I feel like a lot of people.
Yeah,
I keep threatening or promising, depending on who you ask, to start an OnlyFans. So if you ask Craven Mordick, it's promising. If you ask most of the other fans, it's threatening. So it just depends on which angle you take it from, right?
Well, I'm
not sure. I haven't asked Skydiver Tanner how he feels about it. I'll see. Maybe that's a good poll. I should poll the audience. No OnlyFans, yes or no?
I'm already pre-subscribed to your OnlyFans, so don't worry about it.
There you go, buddy. I love this.
Planawalk. The NASA mission landed a new rover on Mars called Perseverance. It sent back the first ever visual and audio recordings of a rover landing on Mars.
Well, in space you can't have audio. So how can it send audio? Space is a vacuum. It can't send back audio.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Brainy Beaver, the NASA mission landed a new rover on Mars called Perseverance. It sent back the first ever visual and audio recordings of a rover landing on Mars. Thoughts?
Oh, what that little just like here, hold on, I'll get you some recording sounds. Give me a second, I'm gonna fart in here. A little wind. Get a little wind. I can't actually fart, but you know what I mean. Oh, there you go, Mars. Did you hear some Mars? Woo! Smells like Mars over here too. That's what I think of Mars. Sorry.
Flatsoid video was very much like that, because in Flatsoid's video, what he did was he took the pictures from engineering cameras, but then took a picture of his back garden and overlaid it. And then at the end of the video was like, haha, you didn't even realize that it wasn't Mars, it was my garden, therefore it's fake. So for the accuracy there, another point goes to Brainy.
Yay,
don't worry, Planner.
Brainy.
There's still 3 more points. You can still take this.
All right, I've got one second. Okay, NASA, disable brain functions.
Okay, that should work. Definitely more like a flat earther now.
Got this.
Brainy, you first. Not only did NASA land a rover on Mars, but it's going to deploy a helicopter on the planet and attempt the first ever drone flight on Mars. What'd you say about that?
Before we continue, I want to tell you that in my last answer, I was going to say something about that bullshit drone. I had a suspicion that was going to be your next question, and I didn't want to F your day up. So, listen. I heard. Did you guys hear? They dropped a helicopter, a little tiny helicopter? You can't listen. FTFE, fight the flat girth. You can't fly a helicopter on Mars. There's not a you can't fly it. Where's the atmosphere to fly it with? Where's the atmosphere? Where are you supposed to fly it with? Come on, FTFE. This is obvious. Come on, they fooled you.
Well, it's actually like I'm surrounded by flat earthers. This is terrifying. Planner Walk. Not only did NASA land a rover on Mars, but it's going to deploy a helicopter on the planet and attempt the first ever drone flight on Mars.
Why didn't they land people on Mars as well? You're telling me they can land a helicopter on Mars, but they can't land people on Mars? Come on, you just got to use common sense. It should be easy to land people on Mars if they can land a helicopter on Mars.
Common sense is in short supply in the flat Earth world, and for that, Planner Walk, you get a point. Yeah! Well done, Planner Walk! Alright, Planner Walk. Elon Musk has said that he wants to die on the red planet. What are your thoughts on that?
Let him.
Brainy, Elon Musk says he wants to die on the red planet. What are your thoughts?
I have to speak for all humans, flat Earth or not. When that guy leaves, we just need to make sure that son of a bitch doesn't take his money with him, or else we're screwed. He has to leave that shit behind because we need it.
Yeah, I'm still laughing at Planner Walk, so he gets the point.
Yeah, he does. That's okay. I was fine with it. Oh, my back.
Okay, Brainy.
I went for the angle of... I just want to say there, I went for the angle of Flat Earth and not realizing what he's actually saying.
Okay, you've both got 2 points, so this one can take the win. So I expect extra Flerfism from you guys here. Brainy, Mars is a globe shape. So are all the other planets. Why is Earth flat?
Oh, you can't prove the other planets are globes. Besides, they're not even FTFE. They're not. Do you think the moon is real? Do you honestly think that they landed on the moon, FTFE? Come on, that's plasma. That's plasma. It's a projection on the dome, and you can't land on these objects. And your telescopes, they're just programmed by the CIA to show you exactly what you're supposed to see through your telescope. Because analog telescopes are all digital. Because I'm a Flerf and I don't know any better.
Very good, Flerf. But Planner Walk, Mars is a globe shape. So are all the other planets. Why is Earth flat?
Do you really believe NASA when they show you all these pictures of Mars being a globe? I mean, geez, when I look through my telescope or when I've looked through a P9000, the only shape that it looks like is a blurry thing. You can't believe NASA. And just because something appears to be a globe doesn't mean that Earth is a globe. I mean, Creaky's head appears to be a globe. That doesn't mean that Earth is a globe.
Oh, and that ends that round. And at the end of that round, the scores are 3 points to Team Red, led by Planner Walk, and 2 points to Team Vanilla, led by Brainy Beaver. Whee! Planner Walk, you are doing well. Right,
that was like
round.
the...
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, like, a few years back, there was the America's Cup when Team America was, like, 8 points behind, and New Zealand just needed 1 point to 1 point to win, and then Team America just catches up and actually overtakes Team New Zealand. It's a bit like that.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Canada, bro.
Well, so this is Team Fake side of the world versus Team Canada. So this should be good.
Well, team right side up versus team not right side up. That's what it is.
Next round is What's in the Flues, where I am going to show each team 2 flat Earth-based news headlines with part of it blanked out, and they have to figure out what the missing part of the headline is. We're going to go in reverse order, so over to Team Red and Harry Key for the first choice. Harry, I hope you're enjoying yourself. I'm sorry for putting you through so much stupid.
I'm surviving. I'm holding my breath sometimes and plugging my ears, and my IQ is only dropping a little bit, so we're good.
That's good. I don't want any lawsuits, so anything you can do to defend the rest of your IQ would be fantastic. But as an apology, you get to choose first. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Sorry, 2.
2. So, the headline is, how do you find blank when you believe the Earth is flat? Right, Team Red, you've got a couple of minutes. I'd like you to try and complete that headline. How do you find blank when you think the Earth is flat? What's the missing word there?
My house keys?
Brains?
Is it my house keys? How do you find your brains? Yeah.
Well, if you've lost your brain, you can't find your house keys either. That makes sense. So it could be either of those things.
How do you find a partner? Because I imagine it would really stuff up first dates to turn up and be like, by the way, I disagree about the shape of the planet. Do you want to come back to my place?
Check,
so
please.
It could be something like that. How do you find love?
I mean, Oakley managed to. I actually think that it might be love, though. But Oakley managed to find a partner. I'm not sure how much he's paying her, but
yeah, I know. It always
Not
amazes
enough.
me when flat earthers have partners, because I don't know. I couldn't put up with living with someone with that low of an IQ. Nerthan, what do you think?
PersianWifeFinder.com. They'll be fine.
What do you think? What does the headline say? How do you find what when you think the Earth is flat?
Oh, I kind of want to think maybe up or down. You know, like they just don't know directions.
How do you find up or
Or
down?
even south or north.
How do you find anything when the Earth is flat, really? Because no maps would work, would they?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you find your way home again from work?
You're assuming they have a job.
It's all stretched out.
Planner Walk, team captain, you get the final choice. What do you think it said? How do you find what when you think the Earth is flat?
I actually think that we could go with love. I think that love would be a fairly good answer there.
Okay, here is what was actually on the headline. How do you find love when you believe the Earth is flat? Well done. Yeah,
That's right. That's right. I didn't even know that headline, but I was like, that's going to be a tough part about being a flat earther.
Well done. This is from a story on wired.co.uk, and it talks about the difficulties of finding a partner when you belong to a tiny minority like flat earthers, where there's actually dating sites now dedicated to helping flat earthers find love. That must be an incredibly low IQ place to be. Amazing. But there is an extra point for Team Red. Well done. So
I can actually, I just want to say, I can actually be sympathetic to flat earthers a little bit when it comes to being unable to find love. The reason being is because there's another group of people that would be unable to find love, and I'm not sympathetic to them at all, and that's the anti-vaxxers. So I can at least be a little bit sympathetic to the flat earthers.
But they could meet one another, and then they could be like, hey, you don't believe in raising children to adulthood, and I don't believe in raising them mentally to adulthood, so we're kind of on the same page here.
yeah.
Fair enough.
I think basically what we're saying is flat earthers are dumb and you shouldn't marry them. Okay, over to Team Vanilla and Cheesemondo. How you doing? Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, it's been good fun.
Right.
Really good fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
So if you told yourself 10 years ago that you'd be on YouTube arguing with flat earthers, how do you think that conversation would have gone?
I would have had the same reaction you did. I would have just gone, "Nah, you are batshit crazy."
Yeah.
but that second where you realise that people do think the Earth is flat, it was like 3 a.m. for me. I was in a hotel room watching crap on YouTube, and it came up, the Earth is flat, and I'm like, no, this can't be.
Yeah, that was pretty much me. I found something on YouTube and I was like, don't be silly. I mean, I'd heard about it. I was like, there's actually like an entire society, an entire movement. This is crazy. All right, anyway, so you get to choose. What do we have left? We have 1, 3, or 4.
Number 1, please.
Number 1. So the headline is, to something Brazilians, the Earth is flat. To blank Brazilians, the Earth is flat. Team
Is
Vanilla.
that the answer?
Well, blank
Was that the
something.
answer to blank Brazilians?
Team Vanilla, what do you think the answer is? What is the blank there?
Waxed.
Well, that's what
waxed Brazilian.
You're going back to the roots of my channel here. I actually don't know. I'm at a loss for what would fit in there. I'm trying to think like, yeah, no, I got it. Uneducated.
Oh, you think it's too uneducated Brazilians? Interesting. Orb Train Dash Cancel. What do you think the blank is there?
Is there
as well?
Well, I'm trying to think. Maybe it's a regional thing. Maybe it's a place in Brazil. Maybe it's Flatardia, Brazil. Maybe Brazil has a state called Flatardia.
Oh,
I think it might be. Okay, sorry. Go. You guys go ahead. I'm just thinking out loud. Sorry.
So you think there might be a place in Brazil specifically for flat earthers? That's a terrifying thought. The fact that means that flat earthers would have to be in charge of stuff in that area. I'm not going there ever. Brainy, what do you think then? What could the blank?
Did we ask Cheesemoto in the end? Or did we already go through him?
We've asked Cheesemondo, but Cheesemondo can have another guess. What do you think, Cheesemondo? What do you think it could be?
It's got to be like uneducated or stupid, I think.
Right.
But actually, I think it might be half. It might be because I think there was a study that came out, if I remember, where it was like half of it was a shockingly large amount of Brazilians that believed the Earth was flat. So
is it a percentage?
Yeah, but I want to say to like half. Okay, because it was just one word and then Brazilian, though, wasn't it?
Well, no, it's not just one word necessarily. It's not just one word necessarily.
Okay. To half of Brazilians, the Earth is flat. That's what I think.
Well, here's what it actually says. To 11 million Brazilians, the Earth is flat. This comes from
hold on. That's not nearly half, though, but still, we were on to something.
This comes from a story
That's particularly interesting given the Brazilian flag. Like, the Brazilian flag is spherical, showing the South Celestial Pole with the Southern Cross in it. And it's like they've looked at that and been like, nah. Those people know.
That's funny.
This story comes from a website called France24.com, where it talks about how 7% of the population of Brazil think the Earth is flat. That equates to about 11 million people in Brazil. The main reason, according to the study, is because of the large majority of religious people in Brazil and the large amount of different religious sects with no kind of governing body, leading to nonsense beliefs like the Bible says that the Earth is flat. So I don't think anyone gets a point there. You were close, but I'm not going to award you a point.
Before we continue, though, I want to reach out to all the Brazilian fans out there and tell you that I don't honestly believe that half of you are that stupid. And I want to retract previous statements that were made. I just... half of them. Now that I think of it, that's a lot of goddamn flat earthers. That in itself would be all they would need to be able to be like, see, legitimacy. Like, how many people is there in Brazil? Isn't it like 160 million or something? Or...
There's a lot.
It's one of the most populated countries in the world.
Yeah, the amount of people per square mile is very dense in Brazil.
It's quite hard. I'm gonna look it up.
As are those 11 million very dense.
Apparently so, yes. Right.
Can I just address a different conspiracy, please,
Yeah,
FTFE? Can you switch to a different angle of me? Because I think, where's the other angle that I'm in? Because I think there's a conspiracy going on in this very show here.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Making him fatter. I saw it too.
I see this. I know the camera tricks you're using.
Right, here we go. I think that's because
okay. I'm joking. You don't need to.
He's fish-eyed the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's how you get your curvature.
Is it that one? There we go.
Okay, I'm joking. Oh no, I'm on the side. This is the way people would be on the side of the globe.
There we go.
I'm back. Yeah. Good.
FTFE, you weren't supposed. FTFE, you weren't supposed to reveal that me and Harry were in the same studio.
Yeah, sorry. I have ruined it.
I always love how they say, what, so the guy on the side's supposed to be walking sideways, and you're like, well, yeah, I mean, technically, yeah. Like, I mean, you know, you want to get serious about it? Yeah.
Right, before we head back to Team Red, I just want to say I see a few super chats have come through, and I really do appreciate the super chats, guys. I will be doing a brief after show after this to read out the super chats that have come through, and just to say thank you for watching the show and discuss what happened. So if you do send any super chats, I will read them out, but it will be in an after show, and thank you very much for the super chats in advance. Go back to Team Red. Nathan Thompson, how glad are you that you aren't actually Nathan Thompson?
Oh, words can't describe, my friend.
Could you imagine how disappointed his mum is?
Yeah, I actually can.
That must be a very sad thing to be able to imagine.
Yeah, I imagine his mum would probably be a bit like mine, which is like, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're successful at it. And then she looked at him later and was like, "Oh yeah, no, not that. I take it back."
Yeah, don't do that. That's a fail.
Don't be successful at that thing.
Nathan, you have left 3 or 4.
We'll go with 4, thanks, Craig.
So, I something for a living, but flat earthers tell me they don't exist. I something for a living, but flat earthers tell me they don't exist. What is blanked out there? Team Vanilla. No, Team Red. Sorry. Team Red, have a discussion. What do flat earthers think doesn't exist that this guy deals with for a living?
Quantum physics. Atoms.
Fact. Objective reality. I live in objective reality, but flat earthers tell me it does not exist.
That's true?
Yeah.
It could be. It could also be like, I study something or other. Yeah, I study
it could be
atoms.
It could be something to do with gyroscopes.
Yes.
Planes.
I build ring laser gyroscopes, but since they proved a 15 degree per hour drift, flat earthers believe they do not exist.
Oh, yeah, I do get a lot of denial about that. No, Bob didn't say it. Shut up.
Is it? It's got to be some other planetary body, though. It's got to be like, I study the moon and the stars, but flat earthers tell me they don't exist, doesn't it?
Could be I build satellites, but I build satellites for a living, but flat earthers tell me they don't exist.
Nathan, what do you think? What the flat earthers denying this time?
Yeah, I think it has something to do with satellites or GPS or something like that.
All right. Planner Walk, as you are the captain of Team Reds today, you get the final choice. What do you think was blanked out there?
I think it's I build satellites, but flat earthers tell me they don't exist.
Well, here's what was actually on the headline. I plant trees for a living, but flat earthers tell me they don't exist.
No. How do trees not exist now? This is a new one for me.
This is from QZ.com. And it's a story about how someone was doing his work planting trees, and a flat earther told him that the trees are actually just fake, and they're there to make everyone think that there is more nature than there actually is. Yeah. So
quite an involved conspiracy.
Special kind of special.
Yeah, I love those conspiracies where the conspiracy is far more difficult to maintain than just going and doing the thing. You know, it's like, where do they get the fake trees? How do they make sure nobody wanders up and goes, this thing's made of plastic? And wouldn't it, after a point, become easier to just plant some damn trees?
Yeah.
And when we burn these forests down, would they not like burn like plastic fires? It'd all just be smoldering.
Firefighters turning up being like, oh, this is weird. That's not how they usually.
Yeah, I mean, hasn't there been a whole bunch of like massive bushfires across the world in the past couple of years, you know? Where was all the plastic smoke from all this stuff? Brilliant.
Imagine like loggers coming along and then swinging at the tree. And it's like, this isn't made of tree.
This is different to the other.
That's not how an axe normally works.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, back over to Team Vanilla. Orb train dash cancel. Are you happy with your captain's performance, or should I put you on Team Red?
Brainy?
Yeah.
He's a straight shooter.
I do okay. I'm not offended.
He's a straight shooter. That's not what his wife told me.
Nice.
I haven't seen him doing any drugs on this episode, so he's all right. He's
not
fine.
on this episode, but if you watched our last collaboration, he definitely took cocaine.
or icing sugar, depending on what angle you're looking at it.
I like a nice professional show, and Brainy delivered it this time.
Well, you obviously don't watch his streams normally, do you?
No.
Okay,
my chair's breaking.
Okay, so the last one, you don't get a choice. We just have whatever number was left, and my wife's just going to press the button.
Okay, let me think about that.
The headline is Flat Earth Advocate Arrested for what? What was a Flat Earth pusher arrested for? Team Vanilla, last chance to get a point. What do you reckon?
Oh, Lord. Is that
Flat
Nathan
smacking
Thompson?
kids.
Flat smacking kids, yeah. That might even be Nathan right there.
It just says Nathan Thompson gonna Nathan Thompson. That's what he got arrested for.
Cheesemonger, what do you think the Flat Earther got arrested for?
Burning down 5G tower.
Burning down a 5G tower. Yeah, we haven't tested the 5G. It's definitely dangerous. You know, all the people that are turning into mutants, you've seen them all. It's amazing. Just like all the zombies coming from the COVID vaccines. But Brainy, what do you think?
Taking keys out of a cherry picker? Stealing keys from a worker's truck?
That actually happened, didn't it? What's his name?
What's his name? It's Renee.
Renee, yeah.
What's his thing?
I can't remember.
Flat or seriously, Earth is seriously flat?
He's the one that super chats a whole bunch to tell us that the Earth is flat. And he actually stole the cherry pickers, the key out of someone's cherry picker while someone was in it. That was funny.
You got the 5G on the tower! You but put the 5G. It's coronavirus. You're in lockdown. You're not supposed to be up there.
Good shit.
Orb Train, any other thoughts what it could be?
I mean, you gotta find out if they were actually charged. Like, it could be something as simple as
he was though, but
maybe he wasn't trying to burn down the 5G tower. He just wanted to surround somebody in a lead box and just they thought it was kidnapping. He was just trying to protect them.
Okay, Brainy, you're the captain. You get the final decision.
Wrapping them in bismuth.
What was the Flat Earth Advocate arrested for?
Stealing keys.
You think it's stealing keys? Well, here is what the actual headline was.
Probably isn't.
Flat Earth Advocate arrested after yelling at Greenville County Elementary School students.
It was either Renee or Thompson, and I thought Thompson was going to be too goddamn easy.
Yeah, this is obviously Nathan Thompson. This is the story from eu.greenvilleonline.com, which talks about how Nathan Thompson decided to stand on the sidewalk and shout at children whilst they were in their recess, telling them that the teachers are lying, the Earth's flat, water doesn't conform to the outside of the globe. And that's all for today.
I'm a dumb flat earther, and I don't understand science.
That sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show. The final scores are Team Brainy with 3 points and Team Red with 4 points. Congratulations, Team Red. Plan a walk.
Yeah!
You came in for Red at the last minute and you
cocaine time!
Yay!
Yeah!
I think that's 2 in a row for Team Red. Brainy, you're going to have to do some catch up. We've got another 18 episodes left in season 1, so plenty. I'm
going to start bottling the vanilla. It'll come out. Don't worry.
Oh, if you can send me some of the vanilla as like a special present, I might give you some extra points. You never know.
There you go.
I want to say thank you to our guests, Cheesemondo, Nathan Thompson of Brain Gas Council, and Harry Key. Thank you to our team captains, Brainy Beaver and Red's Rhetoric. Come back next week for another episode, and I will do a quick after show just to read the couple of super chats that have come on, and I will leave a link in the description to the after show and read out any super chats if you'd like to watch that. And remember that stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat Earth. Fight the flat. 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 Fight the flat.